Oh, look at me. Hey, welcome in. Welcome. It's Energy Harvest Portal. Yay. Energy Harvest Portal. Come on in. Okay. I don't know where that came from, but right, he can't. What's wrong with this camera? It says Hollywood Tunica, welcome, whatnot. Right? Energy harvesting portal, right? That's what that is, right? Right? What else could it be? Okay. So I'm just asking, the natives, indigenous, to consider, extrapolate. Okay. The two spirit, brilliant. That's a brilliant, that is a very intelligent term. That's a very intelligent term since, spirit doesn't have, gender's important in the realm. That's something, y'all teaching that. That's how more spirit enters the realm is through gender. And that's, so that's kind of like, so, I have a progression. That's, what I'm saying. You get frustrated. It's like when you bend over backwards too much for something, you might go, when you go to the extreme of bending over backwards for a group or a certain type people. And then when you realize what they were misrepresenting that group or something. And you kind of tend to rubber band back the other extremity and then you have to find your, balance back. So I got one two-spirit person, and kind of by accident, I think I thought he's female maybe, which I don't think he's offended, but I didn't really know, but I'm definitely not deleting him because there's no reason to. He seems very likable, and then I'm going to try to learn, from him when he pops up on TikTok. But what I'm saying is let's extrapolate from that concept. Very intelligent, again, with the natives, very intelligent, identifier there, two-spirit. For, I guess, homosexual type person, how you want to say it, very, I think two-spirit has I ain't say another original meaning, but I think it has another meaning also. Kind of boils back to to spirit doesn't have gender. Spirit doesn't have skin color. We got to remember this. Spirit doesn't have skin color nor gender. Okay? Excuse me. So, but yeah, very intelligent, very high consciousness, identifier there. That's very, I'm very impressed when I stumbled into that two-spirit, but that's something I ain't got, much, I'm all over the place, but as far as that masculine, feminine, yeah, I feel very two-spirited. That's why I'm trying to say that. I feel very two-spirited. That's what, if I'm not balanced in any other aspect whatsoever. I'm talking about, I'm like extremity incarnate, except for in that, not gender, but for divine masculine energy, perception. I don't know how others feel. I feel extremely balanced. I feel very two-spirited. So extrapolate from that to autism and neurodivergence. I'm not trying to, I'm gonna miss y'all. I've been trying to say, your traditions are based in fear, in a sense, post cataclysm. Many cultures' traditions are fear based post cataclysm. Based in goddamn, I can't count on nature anymore. The sun's moving now, and that's why that's why I don't know what's all my own to abandon the globe. Did you see water today? Then we ain't spinning. Now, if they really wanted this globe thing, they should have not given this ridiculous inertia quotas. The speeds they project that everything's moving is just, it's like they're laughing at us. They're fucking laughing at us with all the proposed speeds everything's hurling at, even the galaxies, and no one senses nothing. I'll go back. Yeah, Jade Fleming, you're right. Yeah, you don't inside the train, you're not going to feel it, but you get on top of the train, you're going to feel it. There is absolutely no way. Did you see water today? Then we are not spinning. I don't know why it's so hard to process information and move on. It is blowing my fucking mind. So it's okay. I don't know where these traditions came from, but if these traditions in the native indigenous community about the globe shit, we can let that go. It's outdated. It's not the slightest possibility. It's hindering our progression. And why I'm saying this is because apply the two-spirit perspective to your so say you got fully blooded, never anything lost, no colonizers, no nothing, no reptilian, no Anunnaki, in an full indigenous child, but he's autistic and neurodivergent. By by that very nature, he is not going to what us autistic neurodivergent people do is that's stupid. As a child, that's stupid. As y'all telling us the way things is, that's stupid. We have limited interest. We focus our interest, and we see through shit. And like we don't care how something is. We care how something's supposed to be. So when something's stupid, we're not trying to be rebellious. We're just like, that's stupid. Let's fix that. So when you understand what I'm saying? So apply your acceptance of two-spirited individuals to the full-blooded, full indigenous, full native, autistic, neurodivergent child that has to be in our community somewhere. And notice its resistance to tradition and ceremony necessarily. It's not going to necessarily interest that child and should not be forced upon the child. In the same way that it's an abomination to force Christianity on an autistic, neurodivergent child. That's the only thing I do to my dad. Like, Dad, your agenda is disgusting. You're like a robot with it. Complete robot. You have not processed any information since I was born. And it's like, and you ignoring, not only, ignoring my heritage, my great grandmother's wishes, and their, just completely, just trying to, just completely kicking, spitting in my great grandmother's face. You're in every second of your entire life. You ignored the autistic neurodivergent aspect of me, which is abomination also. Two abominations, forcing that Christianity down my throat and never abandon for it. And as an adult, you can't force it on me, but defying, ready to sit there like anytime, like, oh no, this is your first lifetime now. This is your first one. I mean, just the goddamn disgusting shit that's obviously coming from my, now see that my uncle and the other brother. It's like, it's so obvious now where, the where this information is coming from. My dad just rolls on because he didn't choose to truly individuate. I hope I mean, I don't know if he didn't have the option, but just consider, understand? It's kind of like same thing with the money. Like, money is time dilation and everything else. We can't have our children flipping burgers at Burger King or McDonald's because we're old and we need them to respond to us. Do you understand? We can't limit them the way the colonizers do. Like, well, no, I'm old now and you got to be here for me working a menial job. No, money's asinine. So you don't want nothing from the U.S. You don't want nothing from the government. You decide what you want to do with their buildings. That's it. There is nothing from the U.S. government that you want nor need whatsoever. They were never invited, and they have to succeed. Now, you don't need anything from them whatsoever. And that's all I'm trying to say. What's important are things like, I only have one example. I have Lakota. The way you raise your children. That's what needs to be passed down. I ain't saying don't do your dances, but stop worrying about recreating, taking steps in the snow that were already there. Oh, we don't need to follow the footprints in the snow that are already there. Okay? That's not what's relevant. It's okay to let our children evolve and do as they wish because our ancestors are in their blood. They are a progression of ourselves.